How's it going, everybody? Gringo here, and I got a request in my alliance to basically get some tips on how to beat Odin. So I am just going to record this video real quick on how I beat Odin when I beat him. And of course, like most other people have probably done, I use Doctor Strange. Now, my Doctor Strange is by no means maxed out. Like, as you can see, all his gear is level 12. I just basically built it up to that level. His obelisk is just ignore defense, and I get some invincibility. But the invincibility doesn't really matter, I don't think. I think I just put it on him for the ignore defense. Put some extra damage in there. I do have all of his skills at level 6, and I do have his costume, which gives him some healing. So the uniform is a pretty major factor in making it a lot easier to get through Odin. And I have Hawkeye on him, but I don't have maxed out ISOs, so I don't have the maxed stats on it yet. And I think when I beat Odin, I still didn't even have Doctor Strange as good as I have him now. So it should go a little quicker when I go through this real quick. But I haven't played Odin in a while, so we will have to see how this goes. I'm going to use the team of Doctor Strange, Baron Mordo, and Ancient One to get all those bonuses. But I am going to solely be using Doctor Strange, so... Alright, let's start it up. And in this, I'm going to be using the skill rotation like I use for like world bosses and stuff like that. I'm going to be going for his 5th skill, and then his 2nd skill, I believe, the one in the middle. Yeah, I forgot which one, so I will look at it real quick. Yeah, I will be taking it off of autoplay. But yeah, I'll be going 5th skill, and then 2nd skill to 3rd skill back and forth. Like, really quickly. So I'll just tap on one, tap on the other to keep doing damage. So you'll see the enemy should go down relatively quickly when it starts hitting them. And the reason why I'm tapping so many times on these skills in a row is because I don't want them to get stuck going through the whole skill animation, or it could mess up the rotation a little. So like right when you see that skill start to go off between the 2 and 3, just hit the other button right away. Because, for example, like with this 3-star right here, you don't want it going all the way through to where he does that little sword attack or whatever at the end. Because it takes a couple of seconds away. Or like that right there. Because that could get you hit a few times. And it also takes away from your DPS. The only thing you really have to watch out for right here is you have to watch that countdown for when Doctor Strange is losing his invulnerability. Because you can get hit and Odin can do some pretty decent damage. So what I'll do right here is when that is getting down to like 1 second, I'll hit that 4th skill right there. Just to give me a little extra time on that cooldown for the 5th skill. Because with my skill cooldown, I've still got like 1.5 to 2 seconds in between the time when I can be invulnerable. So I've got that time where I can get hit and take some pretty good damage if I'm not paying attention. So, keep popping off that 5th skill. And keep an eye up on that corner for when his invulnerability is going to run out. Just use the co-op skills, get a little extra damage. And that 4th skill. Yep, this is where that uniform bonus comes into play here. So if I do get hit a couple times, then I could just use that 2nd skill right there to heal a bit. So that's another bonus when that when you're just going back and forth between that 2nd and 3rd skill, like right away. So there's a couple thousand health, all the way back to full health. So if I do get hit a couple times, as long as I don't die, I can heal that. As you can see, took a few hits there because I was getting a little feisty with stuff. So even with Doctor Strange, you don't want to get too ahead of yourself and get too brave with this. Just wanted to show a quick example of how fast he can take you down if you do not have that invulnerability up, and how major that skill is to be able to heal from the uniform. Okay, and we got him. That's the only, actually, the second time I have ever played that. Because it does take a little bit of time, 7 minutes to beat that level, even with Doctor Strange. But I mean, it's worth it because you get the tier 2 Odin unlocked right away. He is only 1 star, but I mean, a tier 2 for beating a level, 7 minutes, that's not that bad at all.